welcome back to episode 5 in the Youthful Revolution series featuring Immortal DC. Pre-season is about to start along with the transfer window now open for business. We are starting in the squad planner screen here, just a quick overlook of what I think we actually need when it comes to the transfers. So very quickly, fullbacks. We do need backups for both the fullbacks. That's probably key thing to highlight here. We absolutely need that. We cannot trust Luranzi here, he's a youngster, and we don't have anyone on the left-hand side. So we absolutely need that. And of course, the formation could change slightly throughout the friendlies. So we might have wingbacks instead and maybe 3 central defenders, or, you know, things could happen, right? Things could happen. I might change my mind doing the friendlies. But yeah, definitely fullbacks. We definitely need some backups there. And then I do also think we are lacking a bit of quality up in this area up here, like the inverted wingbacks, AMC, striker area. We might want to, you know, find something that is a little bit higher quality than what we already have to replace first spots for some of these guys, like Silver as a first spot. I don't know. Miranda as a first spot. Yeah, you know, Pixioto is a youngster who didn't play a lot last season. First choice. You know, there is question marks in that area for sure. Pina should be okay as a striker, but we could also find another striker that is way better than him and then put Pina on the wing instead, because he could definitely play out on the wing. So there is definitely something up there to be done, but right now, fullbacks, absolutely. We need backups in those fullbacks areas. Sorry, wingbacks, because they're going to be played as a wingback this time around. We also got our new backroom in order, but we might want to try and get even more allowed coaches and also scouts throughout the season. The board did actually allow a couple of new things already. We are allowed to have one more scout, which I already got in, and we also allowed to get an analyst, which we also already got in. So let's just take a look at how these guys look. Well, first off, it looks like we are kind of, you know, middle ground when it comes to a lot of these things, but that is still way better than last season. This is our head of youth. I'm just showing him again because we already did see him, but I did give them all a face as well. So there he is, along with our new assistant manager, Hugo Xavier. Not the best in the world, but definitely also the best I could get. So, well, there it is. Also fairly okay in coaching. 9 all around. He just like the number 9 here. He's just, the attributes are all 9. We also got a new coach, João Miguel Rodrigo. Fairly good. I am actually very happy with this guy. That is a fairly good coach. And the analyst, well, he only got tactical knowledge 8 and also analyst data 8, but that is also the best I could get, so I guess I'm happy with that. I did actually bring in a director of football, not right now in the summer, but earlier, and I didn't show him. I was actually trying to get this guy in to do some of the negotiations with our players before we had all the money coming in, and it's probably a mistake having him here because he does cost £95. So I think we're probably going to release him when his contract is running out next season. Also a new chief scout, Cristiano Santos. Not the best, but again, probably the best we could find. And we were just allowed to get another scout as well, so we actually have 2 scouts now. And here he is, João Costa, along with a new head physio, and that is actually a real picture. Sonia Rice, physio 12. Not the best, but again, best I could find. We will also have an under-19s manager for the first time. Yes, Claudio Correra is that manager for the under-19. And to help him, he also got well, he's not an assistant manager, but a coach, an under-19th coach here. So yeah, we got a couple of new staff members, that's for sure. First friendly is done and dusted. We played Benfica B, so massive result, I would say. Also really great tactically. We did really well here. Both tactically, performance-wise, a lot of the guys did really well. Some of the youngsters did really well. 2 goals from Mendes as an advanced forward. Happy days in this first friendly. Oh, that is a bit of a interesting development here. Now, we have a scout that have been a scout in Germany for a while, and he had a couple of options. We get 2 players from Germany. One from the Bundesliga and one from the third Liga. Of course, they're just youngsters that have been released by their teams. So this is gonna be quite expensive because they are German, so they have to move, they have to, you know, they actually need a little bit more than some of the Portuguese players. So 120 wages here for Colin Haug, and I am gonna accept it. He is a attacking fullback on the left hand side. Let's check him out. There he is. Is he good? Yeah, he's fairly good. He got the crossing. We absolutely want that crossing on him. Probably more important is his physicals are really, really good. He is balanced personality, which is probably not the best, but yeah. Also, yeah, no cons. No cons. He's consistent. He don't have an injury prone. I mean, I didn't check actually. I don't know. Let's check up on his injuries. He got one hernia, yeah, for 3 weeks. Nope, not a problem. So yeah, I think this is a really, really good deal for us. I mean, he is coming in to play as a regular starter. That's a problem, of course. But I would be insane not taking this guy for this level. Yeah, I'm just very happy about getting this guy. Because that fixes our fullback area on the left-hand side. Completely. Done. Dusted. We're fine. I mean, we have 2 players, but both of them are good enough to start in. So that's basically it. We could probably do with another youngster, but I mean, these 2 guys we have now, they both need to play to be happy. Like, so that's a problem. That's actually that's a good problem to have. That's a very good problem to have. The other one also costs £120 per week. Jonas Waldmann, also German. This one is more of a question mark, I would say. I think we need to take a look. I haven't really thought it all the way through here, because he is a AMC, and is this the guy, that kind of quality we were looking for? He very well could be. If we take a look at his attribute, right? He do have the acceleration, the pace, the stamina to play all day long. Yeah, the physicals are there. So where is his holes? Because he also got the finishing to be an attacking midfielder. He got the first touch, not the best technique, but it's that work rate to do some pressures. Yeah, strength is pretty low, but I mean, he's good. Where is his holes here? Positioning is not great. Teamwork is not... it's 8, so still average, I would say. Concentration is only 4. Right. Yeah, that's not good. That's something we need to... That's... I mean, we can't really work on that. You can't really train it. So, yeah, and predict events. So, he's not very intelligent when it comes to footballing. That's the only problem, and he would be the starter. He would need to be the starter if we do sign him for 120. Again, no cons. No cons. Well, he do have cons, but no cons that I am concerned about. Again, a consistent performer. He already scored 2 goals in non-competitive in... Where is he coming from? This guy is a 3rd Liga. Did he play in the 3rd League? Nah. He's just released by them. I think we do take him. I think he's too good to not take for 120 wages. But we're definitely spending big time here, and we're taking a bit of a risk taking someone in that hasn't played football. This is more of a gamble than the other guy, because the other guy is... We already have a really good... Who's his name? Fabinho? Nah, I forgot his name, the other wingback. But in this perspective, he would be the main guy in there. This guy would be our starter. I think we do it. I've decided. His personality is balanced. Check up on his injuries here. Ooh. So we do have a couple, but it's ligaments. Okay, it's ankle ligaments, right? But we do have a couple here. Tight calf. Yeah, but it's not really enough for me to be worried about it. No, I think this is gonna be it. I think this is gonna be the main man on the AMC role. He looks good. To me, he looks fairly decent at this level. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hit it. Accept. There we go. We got another AMC. So question is now, what do we actually need? Probably a fullback in the right-hand side to have as a backup. Maybe a striker. Something like that, right? Something like that. Yeah, you know what, guys? Why not just dig into the German market here? Emil Braun, another fullback. £20, breakthrough prospect. We got a lot of work to do with him if we are to take him. And I think we do take him, because £20 is not a lot for us. Yeah, let's just accept it and let's go look at him. Now, this is not what I thought would happen, but I wish this guy was a wingback on the right-hand side. But unfortunately, no, he is a wingback on the left-hand side. And he is actually a wingback up here. So we need to retrain him, because but I mean, if we look at his kind of attributes here, I think he is fairly good. Now, he's definitely not as good as the other 2 we got in. And also, he is inconsistent, which, you know, is a problem. He's 18 as well, so not that old, actually. Now, his acceleration and pace is... I mean, he's the fastest at the club, for sure. He's the fastest player. And I think there is a couple of things we could do with this guy, because he got 2 pretty good feet, reasonable right foot as well. So we could try and train him on the other side and maybe do an inverted wingback over there or something like that, because that would mean we do have options on either side. So what I'm thinking is probably going into development here, but we can't do that yet because he's not actually at our club yet. But I think we're gonna actually try and retrain him on the right hand side to become a inverted wingback over there, or maybe just a wingback. I'm not too sure yet. In any case, we definitely need him to play another position than what he is, you know, capable of right now, because we don't really play with wingbacks up there. So, but yeah, overall, I think this guy's pretty good. Off the ball is probably his only weakness, and yeah, it's marking and tackling is also not that great. Jumping reach is a problem, but you know, that's yeah, weakness in the air and weakness of marking. So he's definitely more going forward, a lot more going forward with those physicals. But that's also how we are playing, right? That's also how we are playing, especially with 2 ball-winning midfielders in there as well. We definitely want our wingbacks to be very, very going forward kind of types. So yeah, happy days, happy days. Another German, third German, third German we are gonna sign now. That's it, in Portugal. That's insane. The club allowed us to get 1 more coach, and I decided to go with a goalkeeping coach. Yes, Paulo Viola. There he is. Not too bad at all. Another friendly is done. A 4-1 victory over Castarense, who is in our group actually in the league next season. They got promoted from one of the lower leagues, so someone we should beat, and we did do it quite comfortably with a lot of probably not our first 11, so I'm fairly happy about this result as well. We are also gonna help the under-19s a little bit more with our physio, with bringing in this one, Sonia Alves, 11 physio. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely looking at a better backroom this season. Another friendly is over, another win. It was against a non-league team, 4-2. I mean, that's okay. Mostly this was for fitness, so yeah, pretty good. Mateus Bober, our goalkeeper, or backup goalkeeper, he left on a free transfer. I did say that could happen, and it did happen. So the problem with that is we only got youngsters. I guess maybe Stominov here. Ivan Stominov, is he good enough? Yeah, well, you know what? I think he might be good enough to be a backup. And with the other one as well in here, yeah, I think we're okay. I mean, it's not gonna be good if we're gonna get an injury to Texera, but I think we are okay. Alright, so we got a small problem here, and that is an issue with William Sfadini. Now, he did sign a new contract in the winter, and now he wants a new contract, and I said no. But we have the problem that there is a lot of players that actually agrees with him, and he is one of the more important players at the club. So either we need to actually give him a new contract, or we need to get rid of him, because this is gonna be there for the rest of the season if we don't deal with it right now. Stominov, who else is Pixoto, Andre Silver, Mendes, Miranda, and also Rodriguez is also agreeing with him. So that's a lot of them, you know. I think we need to do something here. I don't really want to do it, but I think we will try and negotiate a contract with him. He wants important player. I mean, he is an important player, so it's the same deal as before. The question is, what else do he want? He already is on 100 wages. I'm not gonna go above 150. 150 is like maximum here. So he wants 150. Okay, I guess we can make a deal here. A 3-year contract, I wouldn't mind that actually. I wouldn't mind that at all. But I want to go a little bit lower. I think I'm gonna lock it in. Should I lock it in? Maybe I shouldn't lock it in to begin with. Loyalty bonus also. Well, we do have the money actually, so that's fine. You know what? I think what we do is give him a bit more in loyalty bonus, because we got money in loyalty, or we got plenty of money actually to spend. We got like 100k, and that's what we're gonna use our transfer budget on, stuff like this. So give him a good loyalty bonus and lock it in on orange here on wages. Let's see what it says. It's going back to 140. I'm gonna go down to 120 again and just give him a bit more in loyalty bonus. There we go, 120. Now that's pretty dang good. It's still top earner. He's top earner with some of the German boys, so that's pretty good. That is fixing our problem, basically. Another friendly is done. It was actually against Luletano, who was in our league last season, but they relegated, so they're not in there anymore. But yeah, a small tactical change here. If we go over to the match analyze, we can see that we were really good in the first half. Then second half, it looked like, oh, they might get in there, right? So I decided to, well, we also had a lot of changes here in terms of subs, but I decided to go on the, instead of positive mentality, I went on cautious mentality, and that definitely did something good for us. Well, they didn't really get a chance before near the end again. So yeah, just a small, I mean, otherwise I haven't changed a single thing in all the friendlies. This is the first time I actually did a change. We also got a friendly against Monakara Pahensi from last season. They are actually predicted above us in the media, so this is a very good result. I went in there just thinking we are gonna hammer them, right? We're gonna go in with the best team we have, like a league team, and we did it, right? It's they had one chance, and that did not come before we had made all of our subs anyway. So really good friendly here. Last friendly in the preseason here, just against a small team to make, I mean, kind of the morale go up. Just score as many goals as possible and get the morale up. I hope for a bit more goals here, but hey, I take what I can take, and 3 goals for Pinner is never bad, so pretty good, pretty good. So that was pre-season, done and dusted, all wins, and we are sitting right in front of the first game in the Championship D group. So that's going to be interesting, and I think we need to look at a couple of things before we're getting into that game. The first thing I like to look at right before our next season is the media prediction, and it does look like we have moved up to the 26th spot, 351 in odds. So that's quite a lot more than last season. That's interesting, because I don't think the player quality is all that much better for us. And the team we are meeting in the first match is way down here, so it should be a team we should probably beat. The board wants us to avoid finishing bottom of the league, so not much have changed in here, and they also want us to be competitive in the cup. I would actually rather just get out of it and concentrate on the league instead, but yeah, maybe we will have a small run in the cup this year around. Squad depth is looking something along these lines, and I'm feeling fairly comfortable to say that we are very likely going to be playing the 4-2-3-1 for the entire season. I doubt I'm going to change my mind from here on out. So yeah, let's take a look here. We got the goalkeepers, Texerier, Stominov, and whatever his name is, Rodrigo. Maybe I should just rename him. Not the greatest goalkeepers, to be honest. We could definitely upgrade here, but I think we are okay. I've said it a couple of times, but I am a little bit worried if he does get an injury, Texeria, but otherwise I think we're good. Left-hand side, we got Fadini, we got Haug, and we also got Emil Braun, who could potentially be playing there. I think that's fine, especially Haug and Fadini. I mean, both of them actually need to rotate just to get enough play time, so yeah, that is perfect. On the other side, we got Fabinho, we got Braun, who is kind of getting into that role of the inverted wingback sort of thing. And also Fadini can play over here, so that's also fairly good right now, I think. Not really too much of a worry either. Again, unless we get a lot of injuries, it's not going to be a problem, I don't think. We got really good players in those spots. Central defenders, yeah, that's probably our strongest area, maybe, at least in terms of squad depth. So we got plenty of players here. Rodriguez, Narciso, Opara can go down and play there. Gonçalves, Rodriguez, Grenara. Yeah, plenty of players can play here. And we also got a couple of youngsters after that, so no worries whatsoever. Ball-winning midfielders, yeah, I think unless we are playing Hashimi in there, it's probably going to be ball-winning midfielders, both of them. But if Hashimi is playing, it's probably a deep line playmaker. But otherwise, yeah, again, it's probably fine. I think it's gonna be okay. Opara, Hashimi, Silva over here. Fadigas, Hashimi, Gonçalves up here. Should be okay. Yeah, again, not too worried about it. Maybe lacking a little bit depth, but yeah, not too much, I would say. On the left-hand side, in the attacking part, now, I've changed my mind a little bit up here, because I think, also because of what I saw on the friendlies, I think Pixoto right now is probably gonna be the main guy out there for now as an inverted winger, with Miranda as the second option and Chavalt as a winger as a third option. I think that's it. Miranda is not really performing well, to be honest. I'm not too happy with him. So it might have been a really poor choice actually getting him for another season. Actually, was it 2 seasons? I think he's here for 2 seasons if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's a non-contract, isn't it? It's non-contract. Okay, that's fine then. It's fine. In here, we do have Waldman, who has been injured. So, not too sure about his levels. Mercado actually did really well when he was playing in here, and also Pixoto also did well when he was playing in here. So I think the AMC is fine as long as Waldman can stay injury free. Hopefully he's gonna be good. I'm not, again, I don't know, but I'm not too worried for some reason in there. I'm okay with what we have there. Inverted winger on the other side, that might be where we want to, I wouldn't say upgrade, but at least, yeah, Silver has probably been the best player so far in the friendlies. Silver really stepped up, man. 6 games here, he played every single game basically. 5 goals, 3 assists. He's just smashing it over there as the inverted winger. Yeah, very happy with that, but I don't think Miranda is the option we want as a second option. And the third option would also be nice, and we don't really have a good third option right now, so that might be where we want something still. Up top, well, Pienaar and Mendes have done fairly well for themselves. Pienaar have 9 goals, yep, and Mendes got 4 goals as the sub, so I can't really complain too much about that. And they both are good enough, I suppose. So yeah, it's fine. Silver as the third option. So I think there are 2 things I'm thinking about here. One is we either get a better striker, and then Pienaar is going to play out here as an inverted winger, and pushing Pixoto in here to be the second or third option. And more than likely, we probably still want something here. But otherwise, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. We might want to get 1 or 2 players, and that's the inverted winger, more than likely. It might not need to be an upgrade, just a rotational option for Silver, and then also maybe a striker, but it's not needed. It's just maybe an option we could look for. So yeah, that's about how we look for the season right now. In terms of the squad size, as we're taking a look here in the squad page, is gonna be 22 for now. Let's see if we get another signing or 2, but yeah, for now 22, which is a good size, I think. I am slightly worried about a couple of because we got quite, how many do we have on important play time here and regular, because that, oh, also first choice, actually not that bad. Also 2 in regular starter time. I'm looking over here, regular starter, so we got like, these players definitely want their playing time, and one of them, or 2 of them, have the same spot, of course, which is Hauk and Vigas, no, Fardini. No, yeah, Fardini and Hauk got the same spot, right? Defender on the left-hand side. So that's something we need to, you know, make sure that we are thinking about. We also have 3 squad players. You know, Para, Miranda, and Mendes. I think they will get their play time, but maybe a little bit too much for Mendes here. I'm not sure how much he is actually going to be playing. Same with Miranda. We don't know. Para should be fine. He's going to get his play time. And then we got a good amount of fringe and breakthrough prospects, and some of them will be starting in, and some of them will probably get a good amount of playtime as well. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with what we're seeing here. Bringing it back to the board, I just wanted to show you this, which is inside the board request kind of page, whatever. You can just see what I have actually tried to get through, and some of them are still pending, so we might get improved youth facilities. Maybe, we'll see. I don't know if that's gonna go through. And we also are looking for a senior affiliate, mainly to generate more money. No, actually, no, I went with the other one, actually to get loans. So yeah, a couple of things might still happen. And like I said, we probably still wanna try and get even more scouts and more coaches, and you know, just increase the staff in total. And the finances is also looking fairly good to me. I don't really have any worries in here. We still got almost 1.5 in the bank, even without actually gaining or generating much money the last couple of months. But yeah, so it looks we might have a negative of like 5 or 6k per month or something like that. So I don't think that's gonna be of any worry to us. Wage budget, I hope it's gonna go up next season, because yeah, well, we are not spending all of it right now, but we are looking for a couple of players. So, but yeah, we're not really spending our entire wage budget just yet, and of course we haven't spent 121 in of our transfer budget here. That's not gonna happen. So yeah, it looks really good when it comes to the finances, of course. Well, I guess we are spending the money here now. We do get a new youth facility upgrade, so that is really good for us. And it's definitely taking me in a more direction of even more focusing on the youth academy, and also making sure that we got all the right training done and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, new youth academy is going to be finished in December, so that's pretty good. So where are we in terms of our, what is it called, the general here facilities, right? Ooh, this red screen is really screaming at me. This is the only screen I really don't like in this skin, but yeah, there it is. Average training facilities, and now it's also going to be average youth facilities, I believe. Yeah, I think it is going up to average youth as well, so that's going to be really good, because then we have... It doesn't matter where the youngsters are then. It doesn't matter, because they will have the same amount of, you know, training no matter where they are. And we are already setting up to also have the staff to make sure that we are training really well in the youth academy. So that's, yeah, fantastic. Good. So it is match day, and yeah, this is gonna be the team that we're gonna put out there, but we do also need to just touch up on this tactic. Of course we need to do that. I haven't changed a single thing. Nothing. Since we were speaking about it the last time. I'm fairly happy with how it's performing. We do have a couple of role changes here and there depending on who is coming in. Like if Haug is coming in, he's playing an inverted wingback, and then maybe we're moving someone over to a winger. Actually, I haven't really done that a whole lot, but there is a few different things in there, but the overall formation is basically the same. All of the things in here is the same, and you know what? It just works right now. It just works. If we take a look in here, in the last 5 matches, right here we're looking at the game against Monaco-Pahansi, which is probably the most interesting one to look at. We can kind of tell from the passing network how we are getting a lot of our chances at least. So what will often happen is that our left-hand side is generally speaking the one that is leading us out of our defense, right? Getting us into the midfield, with very often the inverted wingback in there, and also the defensive midfielder, or in this guy number 6 here, that was actually, what's his name? The other guy we have in Hashimi. That was Hashimi actually. So Hashimi there in the deep lying playmaker role, and then we often see the inverted wingback coming really deep to try and get the ball sometimes, often making a bit of a hassle for them over here to deal with, because our ball, we often have the ball over here to begin with when we are attacking, and then we are moving it very, very quickly through the midfield over to the other side. And as you can tell over here, that is where our attacks are coming from a cross into either Pinar or someone else like Pixioto coming in late or something like that. So very often going through the left into the midfield and then over to the right hand side. That's often what we see, and that's how it's kind of working with this inverted wingback and the wingback overlapping the inverted winger on the right hand side. So that's kind of some of the tactical approach we have with this tactic compared to last season. I guess the heat map is also giving a pretty good picture of that. We have a lot of the ball share over here on the left hand side, not a whole lot down this side here, but a couple of times that you get down there, and then we're moving it over to the right and then cross it into one of our attackers. So that's basically how we are doing things. So the starting 11 is probably also the best starting 11 we can push out there. It's gonna be Teixeira in goal, Fabinho on the wingback role, Gonçalves and Rodriguez as last season in there in the central defense, Fardini on the inverted wingback, and he is actually an inverted wingback. We just played him like a wingback last season, but nope, this season inverted wingback. And when the guy Brown is coming in, he's playing as a wingback, like I told you. Then we like switch it around, basically. We switch the sides around. And in the midfield, Opara and Fadigas, I could make an argument that Hashimi would be the better option in there instead of Opara, but I'm gonna trust Opara with this one. I think to begin with here, we're gonna do the double ball winning midfielder and then see how Hashimi is doing when he's coming in off the bench. Silver as the inverted winger, you saw how good his stats was in the friendlies, so yeah, he's definitely, and he is also the only one that we can really trust in there on that side, so we are definitely looking for someone over there, but yeah, he's starting in. Waldman hasn't really played a lot, but we're gonna start him in there. He should be the best option. And Pixioto, still slightly concerned about that, but I think he will do fine. I think he will actually do really fine because he's really good on the ball, and it's very important that someone over here can come deep and actually take part in that kind of, you know, left side sort of build up, and up top Pinner, of course. So there we are, let's go. Team talk is actually not done by me anymore. I have handed it over to one of our coaches who is a very good motivator, so I just feel like that is a better option for me. Overall, I would say they always do better than me. I always make more mistakes than they do, so I tend to hand it over to them, so I don't think we'll show this screen anymore. Just one last time here. Let's get into the game. 10 minutes in, first goal of the season, unfortunately not for us. Opara with a big mistake positional wise, and also, yeah, just poor defending here. Not great, 1-0 down. Oh boy, we are leaking goals. Another one here after 19 minutes, very similar to the first one. Piss poor defending. Right, so I just paused the game here after 21 minutes because there is definitely something going on. We just don't know what it is. And I can't find anything wrong with it, right? It's like we're definitely leaking goals through the mid. They're attacking through the mid here. 2 chances, 2 goals. Both of them in the same kind of way. Personal mistakes by, I would say definitely both times. Opara wasn't really in a good position. What is his positional abilities? He's 9 in positioning. It shouldn't be terrible. Shouldn't be terrible. And also both times they kind of just went right through Rodriguez here. Rodriguez was just not really great when it came to... I don't get it. I think we're unlucky, actually. I think we're just unlucky because it doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Overall, we're the better team out there, so I think we're just going to continue because there's no tactically things here where I'm sitting there thinking, oh, we should probably change something. There's no tactically that makes sense in what we saw. Yes, we got 2 goals against us in the same way, but how would I change that? Because the way they were conceded, we're already trying to do the things we want to do in terms of trying to avoid that, unless we're putting our attacking midfielder back to a central midfielder to make it a little bit more, you know, solid in the midfield. We could do that. That is an option. It is an option. But if I see another highlight in a very similar way, I will do that. So it's half time, and yeah, this is a really odd game. We are definitely the better team out there, 100%. No, I mean, we have hit the woodwork. I think we can, I haven't set it up, but we have hit the woodwork, I think 3 times. Let's check it out. We have hit the woodwork 3 times. There's not really a whole lot else I can do here. I think we're doing exactly what we should be doing. It's just unlucky. I think this is down to unluck. I can't find anything that makes sense why we should have conceded those 2 goals. They did not have another chance in that way. They are trying to do the same thing, but we are not really getting... They are not getting close to doing it a second time. If we take a look at the overview here... Oh, okay, we can't see it in the overview. Let's go to the analyzer. Can we see their passing map? Can we see their passing map? Passing map. Nope, it doesn't work. I kind of knew that wouldn't work. It's one of the only things in this skin that doesn't really work for some reason. Shot map. So that's our shot map. We got so many shots, but none of them got in. So our passing map is also looking exactly how it should look. I think we just have to, you know, say that this is just down to bad luck. Just really bad luck, because I don't really find anything in the statistics or anything that I saw that was me thinking we should change something. We should just continue with how we are playing. We almost got a goal a couple of times. And we haven't really... I mean, can we see the analytic data here? Like, I mean, the XG is definitely suggesting that we should not be behind 2-0 right now. There's nothing here that really suggests that we... Except from them having possession more. That's the only thing, right? But that's fine for us. The way we are playing, we are okay with that. I think it's just unlucky, guys. I think it's just extremely unlucky here in the first match. Let's just continue, and hopefully we can bring back 2 goals in the second half, because I don't see it. I don't see why we should change anything. Right, here we go. Fabinho down the line, crossing it, well, actually cutting it back for Silva into Fatini, and then a bit of a mixed back here, and Pixio to get the goal. Good. After 56 minutes. 3 minutes later, Fabinho down the line, and he's cutting it in again for Silva here. Silva fighting Fadigas, and he is taking a shot, getting it in. 2-2. Very good. Right, so I paused it again here, 66 minutes in. Well, I guess I was right. We shouldn't change. But that was hard to tell. It was really hard to tell. But they barely had a chance, right? They had 1 chance here after the half started. So it's definitely the right choice. Just continue what we are doing, because we will get the goals, I think. Right, so I think we will make some subs. I haven't really thought it through here, so let's go in here and check out where we are. I haven't even checked who has played well or anything. Pinner not playing well. Guess we could put Mendes in there just to give us another option. Who else? Rodriguez. I'm worried about Fabinho's health here. I think Fabinho and maybe Pinner out would be the ideal choice. 1 for condition and 1 for not playing well. And we do have... Ooh, we do not have Oh, yeah, right, we do have our wingback Brown here. It's just because it's not highlighted. So he's coming in as the inverted wingback, so we might also want to change. Actually, let's cancel that. Let's pause the game again. Let's go into the tactics subs here instead, because there's a couple of other things I might want to do. So Fabinho out for... where is he? Brown as the inverted wingback. So we do have double inverted wingbacks here. Is that okay? I think that's okay. Especially with how we're playing against them right now. I feel like that should be okay. And then maybe Pina. I think Pina is coming off instead of Mendes. They are not really the same. I mean, he's way faster acceleration-wise, and also composure, Mendes. And he's definitely proven he can score some goals, Mendes. So let's bring him on as well. And what I was thinking is maybe we want to not overlap on the right here, but just leave it. We can't use the underlap right because that is bad. So we're just gonna leave it like that, I think. So Silver will have some more space out there, maybe. I think that's better. I think that's good in terms of who we're putting in and stuff. So let's do that and let's confirm, and hopefully we can get our third goal so we can win this game as well. After a missed opportunity on this corner, we are picking it up here with Rodriguez back to Silver, who is picking up the third goal. Nice. Job done, Silva. 81 minutes have gone, and we're gonna make a substitute here for Faldini. Haug is coming on, of course, and Picciotto, I think, also coming out. He had a really good game as well. And I'm gonna leave the last sub for later. It is full time. What a crazy way to start this season. Man, they had me worried there for a second. But they only had 2 shots on target, and both of them went in the first 20 minutes. Yeah, I mean, anything else in this game was brilliant, right? We did really well in our first game here. Who actually got player of the match? Silva. Yeah. I mean, he continued his form from the friendlies. Really, really good by Silva here. Also getting, of course, the last goal to bring us the 3 points. Very important, very, very important indeed. So there we go. That is a first game of the season done and dusted, and I think we can be happy, except from, of course, that shock start. But after that, perfect. Looking through some of all of the analytics and stuff, I did notice one little thing I want to just pick out here, and that is our ball-winning midfielders did shoot a little bit too much from range. They have too many shots from this area for me, for my liking. I would rather see a little bit more just inside the box area. So I think we want to do a little change on the ball-winning midfielders at least. But I also do think that's gonna be it for today. Actually, I thought I would play one more game, but I would rather keep the amount of minutes down on the episodes and then make another episode within a season. So I think what we're gonna do is actually come back not too far into the future, maybe around here or something like that. And then we also, maybe a little bit further down, like near December. So we will have another episode in this one. Well, actually 2 more episodes within this group stage. And so we actually basically have 4 or 5 episodes per season. So yeah, that's gonna be my plan, and hopefully you're gonna like that plan. Let's actually end it over here at this screen. I like to end it on this screen. Why not? So yeah, good start to the season. We have a good group of players, I believe. We could still, and if we do sign another player or 2, I will show them, of course, as one of the first thing in the next episode. So yeah, anyway, I hope you have enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you around next time.